morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is December 22nd. I am Jimmy, your astute tourist. Thank you for coming in. I got the volume up on my iPad and just want to welcome you to another live stream. We are coming live from the Astute Studios today because it is raining out. Coffee is good. It is a cold, rainy morning here in New England. As I was saying, was it yesterday? If you don't like the weather, you wait a minute. But we got some wind out there. We got some rain, some ice forming on the streets. It's going to be kind of a slippery commute into work this morning. But it's just another challenging day here in New England. Nothing that if you're a true New Englander, you haven't had to deal with before. We deal with it like troopers. So glad that we've woken up and it's another good day. And here we are on the 22nd of December, 2021. We got 3 days until Christmas. Friday is obviously Christmas Eve, and we're going to be taking the day off. Colleen and I both have the day off on Friday, so that should be a good time to spend together. Our son's going to be away for the weekend, so it'll be Molly and Colleen and myself. It should be fun. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but probably hang out and do a few things. But here we are. We are in and we'll just see if we can get some people in the chat this morning. I don't see anybody, but we're making our way towards our Christmas festivities. I think Friday Colleen and I may get some fish and have a little surf and turf, maybe some steak and lobster or some sort of seafood dish. It's something we do every year. This is my 40th Christmas with Colleen. Hard to believe that, but 40 years has gone by very quick. Take my glasses off. Hard to see without them. Yesterday I had my hey Angie, look at who is here. I guess it's good afternoon to you. Good morning from me, but good afternoon to you. Merry Christmas to you as well, my friend. I appreciate you stopping by. Usually we do morning walks. I take the dog for a walk every day at 6:20, but we've had some snow here and now it's raining out. We have what they call freezing rain, so it's cold and icy. But thank you. I'm glad you stopped in. You did promise, and I'm glad you did. I hope all is well in Germany, and you're getting ready for to have a festive holiday time, Christmas coming up on Saturday. You did. That's right, and here you are. I saw a live that you were when you were with Darian. I see he's over there visiting Germany, and that's nice to see him enjoying himself over there. Someday I'd like to take a trip to Europe. It's one of my bucket list trips. So this is exciting. This is a nice surprise. I'm happy to see that you're in the chat this morning. Usually we have 3 or 4 or 5 people up by now, but maybe people are sleeping in this morning. I'm not sure why, but I have my cup of coffee, and I'm glad you came in. How was the weather in Germany today? Yeah, it's cold. So you're going to decorate the tree today. For Christmas Eve. So do you celebrate Christmas on the eve? Do you guys have a festive party? That could be. They could be asleep. It is early for us here in the States. This was something that I started maybe, it's been well well over a month, going on 2 months now, that I would started walking the dog, and I said, why not just do a live while I'm walking? Not expecting too many people to be awake at this time, and I was very surprised to see that we had folks come in. So it makes it nice. But today we're here in the Astute studio because of the inclement weather outside. So you can see behind me, I have these are some artifacts that we've collected throughout some of our travels, and I have my, let's see, I got my map over here of the world, and there's the red line there of some places we'd like to go to. I also produce music in here. I am a musician, but this is our studio, so welcome to it. So the 24th is your festive with your family. Very nice. That's awesome. It's very quiet. Christmas in Germany is quiet. It's family time, and I can understand that. We don't do a whole lot of big parties or celebration either. Christmas Eve, we do go to my sister-in-law's house for a. They do an open house, and we gather for some hors d'oeuvres and maybe a glass of wine, but it's nothing too crazy. And we just celebrate with family, and then we'll come home. And then on Christmas Day, Colleen, my wife, and I will probably just spend the day together here at the house and have a quiet Christmas here with Molly. And Molly is the dog. She is the one that I usually walk with every day. She's my walking partner. She's our chocolate lab. And she's like having a daughter that I never had. But quiet is good. No party, only for family. It's a German culture, so peaceful. No open house, only question fellowship with family. And that's nice. It's kind of traditional. It gets back to the old way of doing things, which is not necessarily a bad thing. You know, Christmas, especially here in the States, can be quite a commercial endeavor for people. Um, so they're out spending money and buying gifts. It's almost like a competition between families sometimes. Who can buy the biggest and most expensive gifts for their kids? We don't play that game. We just do our thing and um, get a couple gifts, but it's all about family for sure. Yeah, New Year's Eve here is usually the same. We have a party. We don't have one here, but we go to the two folks that I are in a band with. We go to their place, and we have a party there, and we perform for the guests and have a lot of fun. We, you know, have a couple cocktails, and we sing songs and wait for midnight so that we can usher in the new year. We always hope for a better year than the one before. But yeah, 2021 is not. It's not. It's not young anymore. There's only about a week left, so a little more than a week. Christmas is what, in 3 days. So Germans love their Christmas Eve because everyone is out working, and Christmas is the gathering of family, only family. So that's nice. That kind of reminds me of some of those old Christmas movies I used to watch when I was a kid, the black and white ones. Um, you know, it's not a huge gathering of every friend that you know, but it's more about spending time with your family and having food. Um, yeah, that's hard. If you have no family, that makes it tough. Um, we when my children were small, we used to travel on Christmas Day, you know, locally. We would spend the morning here, and then we would go to Colleen's parents' house, and then go to my parents' house, so that both sets of grandparents could enjoy Christmas morning or Christmas Day with the children. So, but my children are grown up now, so we don't do that any longer. But we spend the time here at the house. Um, which is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Let's see here. I'll get my banner going. But I'm really glad that you came in. I love watching your videos and your live streams. You're a very cute girl, and you are very energetic. Well, thank you for coming in. I'll see you later. Um, have a good day working. I take it you work from home, which is a good thing. Um, but enjoy your day, and I'll look for you later when I'm at work. If you have a live up, I'll be sure to stop in and say hello. Um, and as you know, it's hard when you're working to spend a whole lot of time um, in the chat on a live stream because, of course, you're at work. You're there to work, but it is what it is, right? So it looks like we are hanging out here. Uh, oh no, you're decorating. Okay, I get it. Well, that's work in itself, isn't it? It sure is. Um, but I do appreciate you coming in. Thank you. Um, I appreciate you every day, and I appreciate all that you do. So um, I hope you're going to show your tree when it's decorated. I would love to see it. Um, we did ours last weekend. Um, Usually we have our Thanksgiving here in November, and right after Thanksgiving is when everyone here in the States start decorating for thanks for Christmas. They put up their trees and all right, carry on and have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your day today. It is what is today? It's Wednesday, isn't it? It's Wednesday, December 22nd. It is I'm used to seeing a clock. I got it over here. It's 6:32 a.m. Um, we've been up for about 12 minutes, and hopefully we'll get a few more in the chat. If not, then we're gonna just say see you later. But I was hoping we could invite somebody to come up in the chat today, but apparently we're not getting anyone in. But that's okay. I I was going to talk about things like your favorite Christmas movie, your favorite Christmas time, the things that you like to do with friends and family during this time. Um, I have a couple favorite Christmas movies. One is one of the original Christmas carols, which I believe was made in the 1930s, and it stars an English actor named Alistair Sims. And to me, that's the best Christmas Carol movie. The story of Ebenezer Scrooge. That's probably my by far my favorite Christmas movie. I do have a second, which would be A Wonderful Life, starring Donna Reed and Jimmy Stewart. And I think both of those most people would be familiar with. Wonderful Life is, if you don't know what it is, it's about a movie about a man who is married and has children. He grew up in a town. He still lives in the town he grew up in, and he uh, he attempts to kill himself because he doesn't believe um, the world is a good place with him in it. And he has a an angel that comes to him and shows him what the world would be like if he was never born. And it's a classic story, but the movie is fantastic. They've tried to redone the story over and over. The same with A Christmas Carol. We've seen other versions of it, and there's the movie Scrooged, starring Bill Murray, which is nice. That's a fun tale, but I'm partial to the original one. And they're both in black and white. They were made a while ago. I think Frank Capra was the one who directed A Wonderful Life, and I have no idea who directed the Christmas Carol, the one that I talk about, but he Both of those movies are fantastic. So if you've never seen either one, I suggest that you go out and you find them. I'm sure you can find them on Netflix or even on YouTube. If you search hard enough, you can find both of those movies, and they're wonderful. Uh, good Christmas movies with a great message behind them. Um, yeah. So what else? So Christmas songs. I don't really have Christmas songs. I like the traditional ones. You know, the newer ones. They're not really, you know, hitting home with me. I mean, they're good, but the Mariah Careys and that. I do like the "Please Be Home for Christmas" one by Don Henley or the Eagles, which is a good one. But I like the traditional stuff. I grew up in a home where my mom would put those on the record player, and decorating the house and the smell of cookies and treats baking. Um, that has a special place in my heart and my memory. So whenever I hear those songs, it brings back those memories of being a child back home with my parents and my brother and us just decorating the house and feeling the excitement for Christmas and can't wait for Christmas vacation because we typically get snow here this time of year and as a kid, I mean it's a wonderful time to be alive because you have that spirit of Christmas inside and the anticipation of Santa Claus coming on Christmas Eve and waking up to your gifts. And then, we would have a fun filled day. We would spend time at home. And then we always went to my grandmother's home for lunch and spent time with them into the evening. And then we'd come back home at night and I'd play with my toys and then probably fall asleep in the pile of stuff that we got under the tree. Those I have fond memories of that. When you get older, the spirit seems to not be the same, of course. But I do believe that Christmas is for everybody, but it's a special time for children for sure. And if you remember if you had a good childhood and you remember what it was like, you know what I'm talking about. Or if you have children, small ones, well, whether they're small or not, I mean, if they're grown up, you have the memory of that, which I do. And if you have small children now, you you know exactly what I'm talking about. We were talking about staying up late on Christmas Eve and having to assemble some of the some of the gifts, staying up real late, and then the kids would wake us up at 5 a.m. After only having a couple hours of sleep from staying up and assembling all the gifts. Um, Not complaining at all; those are good memories too. But for us, those days have kind of come and gone, which is not a bad thing. We're in a different place now. Like I said, this will be my 40 Christmas with Colleen. We started our life together in 1981, and we are still going strong. And um, I had only known her uh, for for 5 months when we spent our first Christmas together. I met her in the end of the summer in 1981. So um, it's gone by very quickly, the 40 years. But no complaints at all. It's been a great ride. Couple kids and several dogs later in our own home, and many, many other good memories um, later. Here we are, and we're still making them. Um, with the children grown up and pretty much on their own, It's kind of like us being newlyweds again, or back when we were dating. It's pretty much just the two of us, and we get to kind of do what we want. Our daily lives are not dictated by someone else's schedule usually. It's a schedule we can set on our own, so it's a nice time. But I'm just hanging out, enjoying coffee. It was nice to see Angie from Barry Arctic is around. She's over in Germany. They're about 6 hours ahead of us, so it's just after getting close to. Let's see, what time is it? So it's I think making its way into 1 p.m. in the afternoon there, and she's decorating her Christmas tree, getting ready for her family gathering on Christmas Eve, which is always a fun time to be with family. Um, so that's it. There's not a lot happening here this morning. Like I said, it's going to be somewhat of a treacherous ride into work, just because it's raining and the streets are going to be icy out there. Um, so I need to take my time getting into work today. Um, we are the folks that try to help people if they have a problem. So um, I just need to take my time, and hopefully the sanding and salting trucks are out there to help with the streets. Um, but I can hear it right out. I have the window right outside here, and I can hear the rain coming down and the wind blowing. We'll probably have some ice on the trees. I don't believe it's going to rain all day, which is a good thing, because um, we could have some trees down and power outages and whatnot. But not not anything too bad usually compared to what some people are dealing with. We had the tornadoes last week here in this country, Kentucky, getting their butts kicked down there, Mayfield, Kentucky, and several other towns and surrounding states in Tennessee and some other ones. These folks have really been battered, and we need to keep those folks in our thoughts and prayers. And since they are in the states, if there's any way that you can lend them aid, I'm sure they would appreciate it. There's a lot of folks that lost everything, and as I said yesterday, it's never a good time for something bad to happen in your life, but especially around the holidays, it makes it that much worse. Uh, Especially when you're looking forward to Christmas, and then you lose everything. I mean, you kind of lose your will, and it makes you wonder why things happen like that. You know, but please, let's keep those folks in our thoughts. And like I said, if there's any way that we can lend them aid, and I'll be looking for some avenues for us to maybe send donations to them, or if they may need some winter clothing and that kind of stuff. Maybe there's a way that we can get some things together. If anybody knows of anything, let me know. I'd be happy to put it out. Um, then I also want to give a shout out to uh, our friends in the Philippines. Um, Loves You has been her channel has been up, and she was doing the live yesterday, showing some of the devastation they had. If you don't know, they had a typhoon, which is their version of a hurricane, and they got hit really hard. Winds in excess of 168, 170 miles an hour. uh, Houses destroyed, power lines down everywhere. Their water, fresh water, has been contaminated, and those folks are really in a bad way. Even though it's the beginning of summer for them, um, they don't have any fresh water. It makes it harder for someone like me to be able to, think about how we can help them. But I know that the USA is sending aid their way, so I hope that we can at least help in some way, maybe monetarily, or at least send our well wishes. And so let's keep the folks over there in our thoughts and prayers. They they're our brothers and sisters over there, and we just want to make sure that they're safe. Um, uh, I was being told that it may be 3 to 4 months before they get their electricity back. Can you imagine? I know in this country, people go 2 or 3 days without it, and it's terrible. They're miserable, no matter what time of year it is. Um, Over there, being on a chain of islands, their infrastructure um, is not as big as ours is here in the U.S., at least in the continental U.S. So I think it's a little more delicate than ours is. So it's going to take them some time to get things up and running. And when you're used to having electricity and then you go without it, it can make life a real tough time for you. But they need drinking water, and they're going to need some food. So if I can find any ways that we can maybe send some stuff over to them, I think it would be a good thing. I'll try to do that. See what I can find out today. I've been looking. I know the U.S., like I said, they've been sending aid over, and hopefully it'll get to the people that need it. I know in Puerto Rico, when they had some issues there, the U.S. sent a lot of aid, and it never made it. The bureaucrats in the country never allowed the food and water to get down to the folks that needed it, and that's terrible side of the whole politics involved. But hopefully the same thing won't happen there in the Philippines, and the people that need the food and water, it'll get down to them. So I'm sure we'll find out more. I know that our loves you friend is she's been coming up, and I've been communicating with her via messaging. So I'll keep everybody in the chain. I guess for that, I'm gonna hit the road. It was nice to have Angie from Bariatric is around to come in. She was our only guest today in the chat. But I want to wish everybody a fantastic Wednesday, and I hope you have a good day. And remember, peace and love. How do they do it? Like that. Peace and love. And I guess with that, that'll do it. So my name is Jimmy. I am your astute tourist, and we'll see you later.